everybody, I want to Wiisdom here. It is Sunday night, early Monday morning, 2 a.m. We are back with Legendary Tri-Tip. Good reason for that, you'll note over there in the lower left-hand corner, you got the Earth Element icon, you got level 1, you got his health, you got his money, and then there's that purple vertical bar that's lit up and doesn't have a lock. Last night, Saturday night, early Sunday morning, we went through Sky Fortress, and that is where we were able to go to the Brawler, or I should say Smasher Shrine. Of course, at the Smasher Shrine, we unlock his Sky Chi ability, which means we can fully upgrade this guy, complete with Soul Gem and Sky Chi. We've, as you recall, taken him through his base upgrades. You need 3,300 there. The path is 6,900, the Soul Gem 4,000, so what you need if you want to replicate what we do here, between the upgrade path you select and the Soul Gem, you will need 10,900, which, as you can see, we have covered. I just took myself through a crash course on his upgrades here, and I still love them. They upgrade phenomenally well. I'd been using standard tri-tip as sort of like if we had to, do a gong battle, if we needed, or wanted a sensei or a current release Skylander. He and Barbella both kind of got screwed over when I used them in the blind playthrough, as we eagerly went into the Earth Sensei realm, because I didn't know that leveling up would impact what we do here in Skylanders Research. So, the good news is you have standard tri-tip, you've got legendary tri-tip. The best news, if you're a fan of this aesthetic, which I do have polls up on SkylanderClub.com, got a section dedicated to polls. I'm asking you, do you prefer the look of legendary tri-tip or standard tri-tip? And I know what some of you are saying. Whoa, 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 why don't you ask me if I prefer the old blue and gold or this red and gold? Well, I did. I have that poll up as well. I've had it up for quite some time, in fact. If that sort of thing interests you, go vote. Anyone can vote. You do not have to be a registered member. If you are really, really passionate about how much better the new legendary color scheme looks, vote from your computer, vote from your cell phone, vote from your tablet, whatever you need to do. And if you want to, register and comment and say why the red and the gold is so much better than the blue and the gold, feel free to do that. But again, you do not have to be registered to vote. Take advantage of it. It's just like what we did on my blog back in the heyday of Skylanders. It's just I run the forum, and Blogger is really, really bad about deleting your poll data. They crash and they lose it, and poll battles that had like 3,000 to 5,000 votes drop down gradually, and you get to a point where there's like 30 votes after several years, and that's not really what we need. So take advantage of that. But what I plan to do when I took this path, as you know, or should know if you've watched my channel for a while, I tend to kind of come in here and structure things a bit differently than most people. Like if we have a character, it's most prominent in like ladder poses, reposes, series 2 and beyond. But sometimes, like if you've got Gilgrunt and say he was posed with the anchor cannon, you're not really going to want to take Water Weaver if you care about the aesthetics of the figure, per se. So what I do here is I try to weigh standard versus regular, and I think I want to take legendary down the top path or Paleolithic Pounder, and then Jurassic Justice we will leave for tri-tip, standard tri-tip I should say, who I did reset last night to save myself the horrible experience of having to go and back and play through Sky Fortress again just to get to the Brawler, Smasher Shrine. I keep wanting to call him a Brawler for some reason, but I'll tell you, it's not that I don't enjoy replaying the levels, it's just as many times as I've been resetting characters, it gets old. And if you did not know that, when you reset a character, you've unlocked the Soul Gem, you still have it there, you have to repurchase it of course, but you don't have to go back and get it. With the Sky Chi, once you reset the character, you gotta go back to the shrine. Some of them you can get to real quick, some of them are pretty much at the end of a level, and it turns out to be a very time-consuming process. So, that said, here's what we... Oh, and I should mention again, in case it got lost on you, legendary tri-tip has better stats and better attack damage subsequently than his standard counterpart. Case in point, just to refresh, health 370 for standard, 370 for legendary as well. Luck, 10 and 10 even. Speed, 8 and 8 even. Armor, plus 10 for legendary, 20 versus 10. And attack, this is the big one that'll skew things for you. Standard tri-tip sits at 6. Legendary tri-tip plus 10 at 16. So legendary tri-tip, what's the benefit if you don't like or care about the aesthetic? Plus 10 attack, plus 10 armor. Does it matter? Oh yes it does, because that ultimately impacts what he does box stock. Essentially like Mace Smash we'll just use. Standard is 48, 72, 48, 72, 127, 191 across the combo. Legendary comes in 52, 78, 52, 78, 139. So 48 versus 52, 191 versus 209. And then, of course, as you level up and your attack metric increases, so does the attack damage you put out. Obviously, if you begin 10 higher, you're going to finish somewhere we assume around that. I've not gotten enough data to really figure it up. It kind of seems random, to be honest with you, but good stuff nonetheless. So I gotta say his base upgrades are fantastic, and in the stream we did last night, I now have Barbella able to be played, her in ambush. What I mean by that, we've done their path, we've done the Sky Chi, we've done the Soul Gem. I can actually come in and level them up and not have to worry about screwing us over in Skylanders research. Very good feeling, and once we take him down this top path, he's going to join the boat. But as you can see, we have access to the Soul Gem and the Sky Chi, so this will be a complete video for us. But just a ton of fun. If you recall in the Legendary Tri-Tip base upgrades, I send the enemies flying and I hit them, and it's amazingly fun. But here we've got, your dilemma. Let me go ahead and select this. Paleolithic Pounder, improve your smashing skills to master the mace. And Jurassic Justice, strengthen your charge and fossil skills for strategic control. My deal is, aesthetically, I feel Standard Tri-Tip ties in best with Jurassic Justice. I also feel Legendary sort of ties in better, aesthetically with Paleolithic Pounder. Plus, the way I plan to play Tri-Tip is to primarily rely on his, primary attack. Not to be redundant there with the primaries, but plus 10 from Legendary, we get extra damage here. It just makes sense to me. So, needless to say, if you're a fan of Dino Landers, if you're a fan of the Earth element, if you're just a fan of Tri-Tip, if you get Legendary, you can structure it however you want. Beautiful thing is that you've got both paths available, and you don't have a duplicate character. You can distinguish them aesthetically as to, hey, I want to play with Jurassic Justice, and then you put the corresponding Tri-Tip onto the Portal of Power. So let's go ahead. How long was that rambling session? 8 minutes. That's about on par here as of late. I have to record this stuff when I'm very, very tired, and should be asleep, truth be told, but I'm trying to get these videos lined up so you'll have something to watch over your Thanksgiving holiday. I won't be around, and so that's puts a little bit more pressure on me to get things, uploaded and scheduled, so let's do that. Alright. Again, I so miss Skylander Tutor. Now, I am tempted to actually purchase a Soul Gem first, because then we won't have to wait around on it. I did get one look at it last night before I reset. We had all this money for Tri-Tip, right? Standard form. And I was like, you know what? We should buy the Soul Gem and see what it's like. And we did. But first thing we're going to do is actually take a look at the Sky Chi. If you did not know, the meter has to be charged, of course. So if we use it up now, then as we investigate the 3 upgrades, we'll refill it, and we can pretty much every time it comes back to cycle, I'll try to use it so we can kind of enjoy it. But his Sky Chi power is Mesozoic Mayhem. The ultimate sensei attack, hold right trigger to perform your Sky Chi power, spin for the win. Tried it out in the stream last night. It was pretty cool as well. I didn't have any enemies nearby, but we're going to correct that now. So this is what we're going to check out. And as with any Sky Chi attack, to get the full effect, maximize the number of enemies around you, which here, at the training grounds, it's going to be 4. Alright, so, here we go. Well, they're all dead.
I love when that happens.
I think I timed it out there on my own. I wanted, actually, We went from 35 to 41, but I mean, you do so many of the spins, you're gonna eradicate everything. Oh, it won't actually let me do that. So, let's try this. 3 out of 4. That ain't bad. So yeah, he's a very fun character. Again, I'm a huge Earth Element guy. Always have been, probably always will be. But you got a sort of a feel for what he's going to do. Basically, just spin around with the maze and eradicate everything on the screen. And we know we saw 35 and we saw 41. I'm thinking as he sort of spins up quicker and quicker, we might have another jump, maybe to 47 or so. But we didn't see it, so we can't commit to it just yet. Let's work on the upgrades and fill the meter back up. So, up first is Mightier Mace. Do more damage with your mace smashes with an improved weapon. So, did you pay attention to the aesthetics? Because they could change. Let's spin them around here. There's one. The hold. The 3. You can't really see the rock ever, but it does fly out of there. Let's get a better look at that for you. Again, can't see it, but hey, it's there. So pay attention, because this could be significant for some of you. Alright. 1,700 is the price. We know what it's about. And let's hope it's good, because, again, oftentimes my favorite thing with upgrade paths... Oh! You know what? This mace, in my opinion, would suit standard tri-tip better. Reason being, he's got a lot of earth tones, brown and black. I think the silver would complement it better. But it doesn't look horrible here because it may, like from this angle, the top view, if I could get back to it, right there, you don't really see the like steel coloring. You just see the gold. And that, of course, ties in with the legendary color scheme. But I preferred what we had prior, but I'll like the attack damage better here. So, doesn't seem too terribly different on the ground. Let's take a look. Oh, wow. That's significant. We went from 52 to 75. So, very significant. Wow. Alright. So, 75, 75, 330. Good lord. That was critical. So, here we go. 75. 75. 220 to 330. Wanted to type that before I forget. Half of 75 will be 37.5, which is 38. 75 and 38, 100, 108, 113, right? I think my math is correct there. Oh, so that alone is pretty salty damage. We went from 52 to 75, and our critical, was 139 to 209, or not critical, but our third hit, the elevated numbers, 139 to 209. We're now doing 220 to 330 there. That's pretty significant of a jump. You think, okay, you're going from 52 to what, 56 or 60 maybe. Oh no, we went up 23. And I cannot complain. Now, his jump attack, which he actually, and I hate it when the characters that look like they should have a jump attack don't get one, or they've got it but it doesn't like register separately. Like Ambush, this is one of the knocks that I didn't mention in the video that I released Saturday. I so wish that even though he didn't have one box stock, if on the upgrade path, the top path, Master Splinter, if they would have given us a jump attack, a dedicated jump attack, it would have been so cool. But Tri-Tip, he has one, and it's actually different. It was doing 81 to 122. It should go up. And it did. Pretty salty number there. So 104, we're going to have to make this a longer entry here. Jump is going to be 104, half of that. Wait, it was 104, right? I've forgotten now. Yeah. So half of that will be 52, so 156. I was hoping we'd see it there. We did not, but that would be the critical on that. Then, Posey Power Swing was doing 174 to 261. That's basically where we hold X. 232. I hope he gets stuck. Okay, he did. Beautiful. Okay, so let me do this again. Power Swing, 232. Half of that would be 116, so we're looking at 348. Good grief. Question that remains. Our first upgrade, base upgrade I should say, we got Rock Blast. It does 35. And this is the perfect location to test this, believe it or not, with that guy stuck. So here we go. U1, U2, U3. You're not shooting the rock out, brother? Where's the rock? Is it not going anywhere? I swear, when I did my refresher course, he was hitting this guy every time. In that same position. Huh. Let's try this. Oh, I need you not to be there. Just get out of my way. Alright, let's get another one. Oh, you stupid dummies. Alright, stay on that side of the switch, please. Well, it didn't work out. I just need this area to be a little bit bigger. You know? I can't hit the guys or we screw it up. Well, I don't know why the rock's not shooting up there. I swear, in my base upgrade video, this is what we did. Off camera, this is what I do. Huh.
Deep inside, they all wanted to be smashed.
Let's come down here and see if we can see it. I don't really see it. I mean, I see like the sort of like the spark effect, but I don't see the rock that shoots out. I'll explain why we weren't seeing the 35. What I wondered, I assume it would still do 35 to 53, but don't hit him. Okay, I know that killed him, but I don't know that we have the rock anymore. Not that it matters with the damage we do, but I mean, it's strange to lose it. Let me show you what I'm talking about right here. Rock Blast. Mace Smash launches rocks forward, right? I don't know that we still have the rock. Huh. We can test it out maybe on the dummies downstairs by Flynn. But yeah, so that's interesting. Did not expect that. That said, Fault Zone is up next. It looks fantastic. Mace Smash attacks leave a dangerous, lingering Quake Zone. I don't know what that means. That's a good look at the upgraded Smash. Or, not Smash, but Mace. I don't have a clue what this will do, what it'll do damage-wise, the area, the size, anything. But it sounds awesome. 2,200 is the price. Let's check it out. Oh, wow. That is cool. Huh. I don't know if that... Let's count. It's about 5 seconds of the rocks, or the electricity, or the quake, whatever you want to call it. And then I don't know what the black does. I didn't count that, but let's get an enemy. The black doesn't seem to do anything, it's just kind of there for an effect, I suppose. So it'll get 6 hits, that's what we need to register it as. So, 12 to 18, 6x. Alright, let's get rid of that guy. And now, what we want to do is make sure that they're both 6 seconds. So I'm going to have 1, 2, and 3. I'm assuming they won't do any extra damage. Like, the second and the third ones. But let's try to set this up to where we will have our third and final one right where we'll spawn this guy in at. Well, we didn't. I guess, yeah, kind of. Okay, well, 12 to 18 across all of them. It is something that happens, it's not just with one hit, but it does go with all three. Now the question, if we jump slam... Oh, you do not get it on a jump slam. That's strange. Let's make sure they didn't screw our numbers up here. Nope, still 104. Okay. There's the 156. We got to see the critical. Nonetheless, that's actually kind of a cool attack. You could position that somewhat strategically. The thing is, it doesn't really do enough damage to be like, ooh, got to do this every time. But it could be something that saves you a little bit of damage that could potentially kill you, sort of a thing. So it's beneficial. Right here, Jurassic World, the final upgrade on Paleolithic Pounder, which was a great path based solely upon Mightier Mace. We have Jurassic World. The last hit of your XXX combo creates an exploding dust storm vortex. Interesting. 3,000 is the price. Go ahead and pick it up. Back out of there. Oh, our Sky Chi is almost full. So, first hit. Shouldn't have changed. Let's go ahead and get this guy in here. And make sure it's still 12 to 18. Yes, it is.
Sky Chi power ready.
There's the third hit. Ooh. That was pretty cool. So let's do this the old-fashioned way. We'll 1, 2, 3, and spawn. 17s.
All right.
348. Good grief. So you got to see the critical there, huh? That's pretty impressive. The Posey power swing is what that was. So let's try to count this out. You know what? It kind of goes across all three because I specifically put it over here. I'll go ahead and do the 1 and the 2, and then I'm going to turn for the third hit. And note, both of them get it. They both have the dust vortex. So let's get this guy. I can't tell what the exploding number was. How did we get the dust vortex there? Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not my third hit. Huh? What? Okay. It's supposed to be the third hit, but I'm getting it on the first hit. You know what I mean? I guess it's not the sound. Huh. I guess that just pulls them in. It must be what it is. I feel like that looks slightly better than it did. But I guess the vortex pulls it in and has its own damage numbers.
Deep inside, they all wanted to be smashed.
I feel like it was 4 17s and then a 41. So 17 to 26, 4x with 41 to, let's see, that would be 20.5, 21, 62 explosion. So let's actually insert this. Vortex pulls in with 17 to 26 4 times and 41 to 62 on the explosion. It might actually be more times than that if you have it structured correctly. I got 4 and then the explosion again. Oh, dang it.
Perfect balance between fury and rage.
Okay. I saw 4 17s. I think the final 12 killed me. Only saw 3 in that one. get rid of that guy. Alright, we're gonna spawn him in. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Best I can see, you get 17 to 26. I've never seen a critical on any of it, but the vortex will pull them in. It'll do 17 to 26 4 times is the max I've been able to get it to do, at least that I see. And then 41 to 62 on the explosion. I feel pretty confident in that. Now, it's a little misleading because you're like, whoa, it's doing way more damage than that. And the technical answer is yes, but the 12 to 18, I'm attributing still to the previous fault zone. So, case in point, when we go 1, 2, 3, there's 17, 12, 17, 12, 12, 17, you know, so. But you get the feel for it. It's a pretty cool deal. Now, it's not, like, Mightier Mace is kind of one of those, like, wow, you know, moments. Fault Zone and Jurassic World are just kind of like sort of cool Earth element gimmicky ones, you know? Not that there's anything wrong with them, but they're not, you know, sort of like deal makers or breakers, I would say. But obviously, the way I have to look at it is, it's not like I'm having to go to the tertiary attack or do some strange combo for this. On this path, Paleolithic Pounder, what are you going to do? You know, you're not doing your dash. You're not worried about your fossil eruptions. You're going to come in and you're just going to smash the living daylights of things, right? And as you do that, not only did your damage numbers go from 52 to 75, you know, standard, you know, pound, if you will, now that same 52 is doing 75, but the fault zone does 12 to 18 6 times, and the vortex pulls enemies in to the fault zone, doing 17 to 26, and then has an explosion in addition to the 12 to 18. So it's almost like one hit is going to do, at minimal, 87, and then 94, 104, plus blank X at 12, plus blank X more at 17, and then 41 if the thing survives. So we'll factor in the explosion, and we'll just assume you get one swirl from Jurassic World and one hit from Fault Zone. 75 from the Mace, 12 at Fault Zone is 87, Vortex at 17 is 104, and then the explosion at 41, 145 minimal, and then you're going to add potentially 60 to 90 more from Fault Zone, and then what, 51 to 78 additional damage from Jurassic World if you were to fully max it out. So while on their own, you know, it's kind of like, well, that's kind of cool, you know, but it's not really going to kill much. It's just neat to look at. You have to factor it in with the mace hits, and then it becomes pretty dadgum OP and something cool to look at. So it's sort of a win-win in my opinion. That said, what is my favorite upgrade on this path? Mightier Mace. It's what, you know, deals damage. I don't quite understand why we can't jump up and get that as well, but, you know, minor complaint. That said, as you can see, we do have our mighty Sky Chi ready, so we're going to go ahead and unload it right here. I'm going to try to spawn some more of these guys in. I don't know if it'll let me. 69 I saw, didn't I? So Sky Chi is going to be 35 to 53, and then what did I say the first time? I felt like we had a 41, yet our critical was 69. So I might check that when I edit it. But 41 should be 62, but I'm not sure if it was 41 anymore because it's been a while. But I think it was 41 because I was saying maybe it would jump up to 47. Half of 47, let's see if the critical could have been from that. Half of 47 would be 23.5 for 24, which would be 71. So 46 would be 69. It could go up that increments. I'll check it out when we edit, but we got one more thing to do here. And it should be pretty cool. It is called Never Saw It Coming. This is a soul gem. It's kind of a bittersweet upgrade for Tri-Tip, I guess. But occasionally, a powerful asteroid falls from the sky and creates a devastating explosion. The price is 4,000. I mentioned that I bought this in the stream with our standard Tri-Tip before I reset him. It came one time, and basically, like, the sky started getting dark, and I thought, oh, that's strange. You know, I didn't think I had progressed in the level anymore. I was just kind of here playing around at the Smasher Shrine, right? And then I was thinking, I wonder if this is a soul gem. And I thought, well, no, it must just be, you know, there's probably some vulture warship coming in or something. And then, boop, you know, there came the asteroid. And so I have no idea what it does damage-wise, and I don't know what interval it will come. Oh, go get an enemy. What was that number? I feel like it was 200 or 209. So we just need to stand here with a lot of enemies. And if you'd like to start a stopwatch at home, you go right ahead. You just never know when this thing's going to come. There's literally no button sequence. This is a situation where you could just kill... Here we go. I couldn't tell if that was 200 or 209 again. I'll have to do that when I edit it, but this could be a situation where you're in the battle of your life. You're up against one of Chaos's Doomlanders, or maybe like a Gong battle, and you're about to die, you're running out of Skylanders, and you somehow win. And then you progress through the gate, and you're in this open area, and it's like there's a shrine. Here we go. I think it's 209.
Perfect balance between fury and rage.
That's pretty awesome. But you could get to this peaceful area where you've sort of got like a lock puzzle, or, you know, sky stones, or a shrine or something, and then the meteor could come. It could be totally useless, and you could be like, why wasn't this here 2 minutes ago? You know, or 10 seconds ago even. Here we go. I like that thing, I really do. But it could also be a situation where you're about to die. You're going to get wrecked, right? You're down to your last Skylander, you're going to lose the Gong battle, you're going to lose the boss battle, have to restart the level, and all of a sudden, a meteor or an asteroid falls out of the sky, and it kills the enemy for you. So, it's going to be a catch-22, here we go, but you get the drift. I wish it kind of had like a crater effect. No, I'm not asking for like a physical depression, but you know how when we hit the when we mash with the mace, we kind of get like the little fractured ground. That would kind of have been a cool deal, but it literally is. It's kind of like if you're at the Rainforest Cafe, you know. 1 minute you grab a bite of your burger, and the next the gorilla behind you starts, you know, pounding on his chest. I've not seen a critical from it, but I suppose it could happen. It's just kind of a cool deal, really. That's what I would have to say. So, let's have some fun here. See if we can see the meteor a few more times. Charge this up. Oh. And hopefully do Sky Chi and the Soul Gem kind of showcase a little bit more. That's so much fun. Oh, I don't want to kill him. Oh. Yay. The other mystery here is I honestly think we've lost the rocks that shoot out of the staff, the mace.
Sky Chi power ready.
Oh yeah, we got it. Alright. I feel like I should wait for a meteor. Asteroid. Okay. So it's pretty regular that they come, truth be... Oh hey, that had the fractured ground. That's awesome. Okay, maybe the switch is getting in the way. Anyway, here we go.
Club's gotta do what a club's gotta do.
This guy's amazing.
Deep inside, they
Oh, I ran out of enemies.
I love when that happens.
Anyway, basically what you need to know. Hee hee hee. Okay, it does have that. I guess there's just like a lot of debris too. Tri-Tip is amazing. He is a beast. Barbella is an absolute tank as well. I don't think you could really go wrong with either of these characters. If you're a fan of legendaries, he's a must-have. If you like the new color scheme for legendaries, go this route. If you're just a huge Dino Lander fan, I know I've got a lot of people that are big Dino Lander people, you're going to get both versions. This path is great. I don't know what the other path will be like. We're going to find out, but I'll try to get some solid numbers when I go through and edit the video. But he's just a very fun, very powerful, sort of like he's almost like a Bash plus Dino. Well, that's not really a good example, but he's kind of like an Imaginator's version of Bash. He's just the guy that you just put on the portal when you need to absolutely destroy something. Bash is a hammer attack that you charge up with his tail, you know. That's kind of like the Posey power swing. That's a 209, I'm pretty sure, and that's a home run. So he's just a very fun character, at least for my playstyle. And again, I do plan to primarily just eradicate things with the mace. That's sort of what I think is the best course of action. However, we will take Jurassic Justice, and for all we know, it could turn out to be even better. I don't know that that's very likely, but you never know. We'll come down here in case another meteor comes. You might get a better... That sort of skews things a little bit, the arena up there. We might wait one more cycle. This is probably the best area we'll have, truth be told. So hopefully we get a good view from here. It'll sort of be more akin to what you would see in the game as opposed to a little pad up that direction. But people always want me to, comment on my favorite path for the character. Haven't taken it yet, but I would have a hard time imagining... Here we go. Oh, and it hit right there. Anyway, I would have don't land on that. A very hard time imagining me liking the other path better. But we never know. We're going to take it. We're going to find out. Skylanders research, that is what it is all about. OneOfWiisdom.com is my personal website. Skylander Club. We'll see if we can take out Eon here in the fountain while I stop. See if Hugo reacts. That would kind of be a cool little Easter egg. Like if Hugo sees a meteor coming and just like jumps into a trash can or something, But anyway, SkylanderClub.com, that is the forum. Here we go. Oh, just missed Eon. Let me scoot over. It's Eon's hologram anyway. So, it's not horrible what we're doing. But don't judge me. And, SkylanderClub.com, that's where the polls are at. That's where I'll post all these spreadsheets, which are basically fully complete with these characters now since I've got the Soul Gem and the Sky Chi. But pretty cool stuff, very fun character. Highly, highly recommend him. Again, Barbella, you might be on the fence about her. You might think Tri-Tip looks better or whatever reason, but she has proven to be a tank, and that might benefit some of you. So Hugo's unfazed. He's just kind of there like, got any books? But anyway, I will quit rambling. I had a good time here. Pretty impressive guy, gotta say. That said, thanks so much for watching. I will catch you back here for the next installment of Skylanders Research. We will go with hashtag Pounder for this one. Hashtag POUNDER will get you a bonus brick in the Wall of Wisdom. More information down below. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and Beam. That's where I live stream the blind playthrough. Export it over to YouTube. Sometimes we do Skylanders Research together. Oh, we get so close to hitting Eon. But I will quit rambling. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you back here for more Skylanders Imaginators Research.